First, you find a tug toy that he only plays with you. So when you're not playing with him, you put it away, and when you're working with him for focus and attention, you get that tug toy out. Okay? There's different kinds. Now Peyton likes the softer ones. She doesn't necessarily like the big chunky ones. So your first exercise is get it, hold it with both hands, and say, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yes, good girl, and tug, and then kill the toy. Yes, good girl. So when you're moving it, it's alive. When you stop, it's dead, and he has to let go. Peyton, get it. Yes, good girl. Don't do this with Cookie unless he won't grab it. But you say he plays with toys, so I'm assuming he'll grab it. So you get him to tug, and you just work backwards. And see, you're more fun than anything else going on in the yard. Okay? And, yes, good girl. Okay? Peyton's favorite toy is this one. I hope so. This is a new one. Can you get it? Yes, she likes the new one too. Okay, good girl. So you play tug, both hands. So he has to focus on you. This way, they can pull it out of your hands, they can run off with it, they're not focused on you. So be sure and use two hands. Ready? And leave. Yes, good girl. So that's your first exercise. And don't do it for more than like 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Stay. Then you have to work on your stay. And I really should have a leash, but I don't. Okay? So you hold the leash in one hand on your dog and you tell him to stay. He's probably pretty crazy, so you have to put the toy behind your back. Okay? Peyton has a good stay. And then the next one is go off to the side just a little bit and make him watch you. Let him know you have the toy, but he has to stay. And then go, get it! Yes, and play tug again. Here, it doesn't matter what's going on in the yard or in the schoolyard or whatever. And here you go. And yes, good girl. So again, come back here. Come here. Go around. And sit. Come on, get ready. Right there. And leave. Peyton, get it! Yes, good girl. Good girl. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. Yes, good girl. Okay, so that's your tug toy exercise. There's more, but we'll see how you do with those. Okay? The next thing is to get hot dogs. You cut them in big chunks. Or your cheese sticks, but you said he doesn't pay any attention. Okay? Peyton has my entire attention, or I have her attention, because I have a handful of hot dogs. She's watching me very closely. Okay? So put your dog in heel position. Get ready. Let's go. Okay. With your hand in, your right hand on your leash, and your cookies in your left hand. Now the important thing about this is you have a fist and your pointer and your thumb. You treat the cookies. Okay? So you hold him with the leash. If he's too bouncy and won't leave it, then you might have to stand on the leash to keep him with you and bop him on the nose to stay. Okay? So she knows, leave it, leave it. She's watching me, leave it. Okay, take it. Good girl. So she knows, if Phoenix doesn't know leave it, then you need to teach him that by holding him on a leash, putting a cookie on the ground, leave it, okay? If he looks up at you instead of that cookie, then he gets a cookie. Yes, good girl. Don't let him get the cookie on the ground because then he won't learn the exercise. Leave it. Yes, good girl. What focus? Good girl. Okay. Are you watching? Yes, good girl. Okay. So that's the leave it exercise. You have to pick the cookie up off the ground. Now another thing that we teach our beginning agility people is the bump it. And the bump it works like this. Okay? Bump it. Yes. Now he won't If he won't bump it, then you might have to show him bump it, yes. And the cookie comes from the other hand. So if I put the cookies in my right hand and say bump it, yes, and then give her a cookie from my right hand, okay? So that's another exercise to get him focused, yes, and that's a good girl, and yes, and that's a good girl, very good. So that's 2 food exercises. The other one would be, I have too many cookies. Okay, put a cookie in each hand and hold them down. And tell her to watch me, or him to watch me. And when he looks up, he gets a cookie, yes.
Face the camera.
Come back to it. Front, come on, front, sit. Okay? I'm standing like this. She's watching me and not the cookies in my hand. And say, oh, watch me. Yes, good girl. Okay, I can put them close together. Watch me. Yes, good girl. Okay, so those are some cookie exercises, and those are some tug toy exercises. And try those and let us know how it works. Do I need to say anything else? No? Renee says no. Okay, can you go through? Good girl. All done. Renee says I didn't do it right, so here you go. He can watch. He doesn't have to hold the watch. He just has to watch me instead of the cookies. And as soon as he looks at you, say yes and cookie. Yes and cookie. Okay? Okay, done.